Hey, what's up guys, MGH here and welcome to a very important video. As you can tell, today we are doing the next career mode vote. I've finished the Portsmouth career mode for now. I might be returning for season 8 in a couple of weeks or months, but for now we're going to start a brand new career mode and I'm really excited to get it going. It feels like forever since I wasn't at Portsmouth. So today we're going to go through 3 teams. I'm going to talk to you about my objectives with those teams, the players that I might look to sign, and then you guys need to go ahead and vote down below. There will be a link to a tweet with a poll, and it's quite simple. You pick your favourite team from the 3 options, and whichever wins is the team I'm going to use. So as you guys know, we've already done 2 career modes in FIFA 16, both from England, Arsenal and Portsmouth. We are going to change things up, and we are going to Germany to play in the Bundesliga, and the first option is going to be Borussia Dortmund. Now, you could say this would be quite an easy career mode. It is one of the best teams in FIFA 16, if you ask me. I mean, look at the front 3 of Royce, Aubameyang and Mkhitaryan. I mean, it is such a strong team. The objective for this career mode would obviously be to win the Champions League. But let's go through the team and talk about some more things that I would do in this career mode. Now, normally in a career mode, I like to pick a team that has some obvious improvements needed to be made. Now, you look at this team and you've got to say it's really, really strong. You could say, okay, at left back, we should bring someone in. So maybe we could do that. Then you look at Weigl in the middle. But I also really like teams to have young players, really good, future prospects that turn into absolute beasts. And Weigl is one of those players in this game that, he was in my top 25 players around Christmas time. And he still would be. He is still one of my favourite players in FIFA 16. So I would definitely use him and train him. And, I mean, the midfield of Gundogan and Castro, I mean, you don't really need to improve that too much. But maybe I could bring someone else in instead of Castro. But the front 3 would not change. So, arguably, this career mode maybe would just be 1 season. Don't get me wrong, Dortmund would be a solid choice. But I'm just going to warn you now, guys. It's not going to be anything like the Portsmouth career mode we've just done because they're already, I would say, top 10 in the world. And it wouldn't necessarily be a very long series. But that is the first option. We're now going to move on to the second option. And that is going to be Mönchengladbach. Now, I've already discussed this in past videos. And actually, I was talking about it on Twitter before FIFA 16 even came out. The stadium is in the game, their official stadium. And I've got to say, guys, it's been one of the teams that I would love to do a career mode with for a long time. So my plan was always to eventually go to Bundesliga and play as Gladbach. Now, this series would be a lot different from Dortmund because quite clearly you can see by the ratings they're nowhere near as strong as Dortmund. Although they play very well in real life and they're not far off, in FIFA they don't have the highest rated players. But I would have so much fun with this career. It would easily be 2 seasons long and it would be all about competing with Bayern and Dortmund, Schalke, I guess, and getting into the Champions League again. They're already in the Champions League in the first season, of course. Trying to get back in there again for the next season, and after a couple of seasons, trying to win the Champions League. And there are some fantastic players in this team that I just love. Xhaka, for example, heavily linked with Arsenal this summer. He's just so much fun to use in this game. And then you've got great defenders like Christensen, one of the best young defenders in the game. Although he's on loan from Chelsea, I would look to sign him permanently. And I'm going to be honest, guys, this would be my choice. However, I like to do votes. I like you guys to kind of help me pick. But if I was to choose what my next career mode would be, I would pick Gladbach. I think we'd make it into a really fun, competitive and challenging series. And it wouldn't just be a 1-season thing like Dortmund might be. So definitely going to use youngsters, definitely going to be bringing in some players like Embolo. I would absolutely love to bring in Embolo into this side. There's so many things I could do with this team. So let me know your thoughts. Feel free to tweet me, but make sure if you want me to do this career mode, you vote below. Now we're going to get into option 3. So this option is completely different, guys. It's Hertha Berlin. Absolutely love the stadium they play in, by the way. And I really like the team. But this would be, I would say, well, this is definitely the most challenging series. It would take a few seasons to really get where I want to be. But again, it would be ultimately trying to get in the Champions League and improve this team enough to compete with the other big teams in the Bundesliga. They've got some brilliant players in here. More youngsters that I would love to use like Stark and Weiser. They've got Derrida, one of my favourite players in the game. He wasn't in my top 25, but he would be now. Overall, this guy is just an absolute beast. He can play anywhere in midfield as long as it's down the centre. Their budget wouldn't be great, so that would make it a lot harder, but I would need to invest in this squad heavily. So somehow I would need to obviously win competitions, earn some more money, maybe sell a couple of players. But for me, out of the 3 options, this would be the toughest. I think this would be good fun. But again, Gladbach for me is my choice. But that shouldn't affect your decision. You need to vote below. Use the link in the description. It takes you to my Twitter. Make sure you give me a cheeky follow while you're over there and vote, because it's completely dependent on the votes. Whoever wins the vote is going to be the team I use starting from Monday next week. So that is it, guys. Dortmund are option number 1. Gladbach are option number 2. And Hertha are option number 3. Please, please do vote below. I want to say a massive thank you again to everyone who supported the Portsmouth Road to Glory. It isn't finished, in my opinion. There is still some stuff I need to do. I need to go for one more season, I think, and we will do towards the end of FIFA 16. But for now, guys, thank you for watching that series. It's time for something new. Please do vote below. Make sure it's your favourite team out of these 3 options. Don't pick a team because other people are picking it. Pick it because you would like to see it on the channel, and it will start next Monday. But to be honest, guys, part of me hopes Gladbach wins because I would have a lot of fun with this team. I think a lot of you know, and I know, that this would be the best career mode choice. But there's 3 choices for you to pick from. Best of luck. You know, think about it. Think about the teams. Think about the players I could bring in and all the formations and stuff like that. And let's make it a really interesting series. So thank you for watching this video. Make sure you drop a like as well, guys. Subscribe so you don't miss the new series next week. Make sure you check out the store to get yourself some MGH gear. And I will see you very soon for the beginning of my next career mode on FIFA 16.